example, you can take a situation where children who live in the slums of Dharavi in Bombay, their mother tongue could be Tamil. They will learn Tamil, they will learn Marathi, and they will also speak Hindi fluently. So there is no limitation on the part of the child's capacity to learn languages. In fact, all of us are fundamentally wired for language if the environment supports it. Karadi Path actually is a solution that borrows very, very substantially from the natural way in which we learn language. We describe it in two words. It is immersive and it is intuitive. Immersive means that you just stay in the environment of the language. So whether you understand the language or whether you don't understand the language, language is created inside the classroom. You are constantly in the environment of the language. In almost all situations in conventional pedagogy, we try to teach language in a logical and linear way. Whereas the natural process by which we learn language is actually intuitive. What exactly do we mean by intuitive? There are two kinds of intelligence that you develop after you're born. One is intuitive intelligence and the other is logical intelligence. Intuitive intelligence is that intelligence that you use to do many complex functions which we take for granted. Like for example, when a child turns over, when a child sits, when you stand, when you walk. All of these are very, very complex intelligence functions, but which we learn naturally through experimentation and through a process of, getting comfortable with those kinds of acts. Let us understand what intuitive intelligence is a little better. One of the earliest memories that you would probably have if you have, let us say, learned to ride a cycle, or if you have taught your child to ride a cycle, how do we learn it? Somebody holds the cycle, you try to pedal it, you fall down, you get on it again, you fall down again, and like this, second day, third day, fourth day, you get on it, you fall down, you get on it, you fall down. You just never manage to ride the cycle successfully. But one day, suddenly, you are able to ride about 5 to 10 meters without falling down. Immediately, the whole process is that after that, you are able to ride the cycle without falling down very, very comfortably. So you have very quickly gone from riding 5 meters to riding 500 meters if you wish. Through the whole process of getting on the cycle, falling down, you are not aware of the fact of how much learning has actually happened within yourself. This is your intuitive intelligence at work. Language is also learnt intuitively. When a child acquires his or her mother tongue, you may speak a few words to the child, but a 1-year-old or a 2-year-old, when he or she starts speaking, the vocabulary that they use and the so many rules of grammar that they understand and which they use, these are not things that you taught them. These are things that they absorbed from the environment. And you remember that when you're learning your mother tongue, you do not have a reference language, which means that you cannot say this is equal to that in another language. And this is a far more complicated task than you can ever imagine if we try to do this logically with our cognitive intelligence. Chances are you will never succeed. Yet, in a classroom situation, this is exactly the way in which we try to teach language. We teach language in a manner that is extremely difficult for the brain to absorb. It mirrors the mother tongue in every possible way. Most interestingly, the process of language learning is extremely joyful for the child. So child does not even know that, I am learning something, that somebody is trying to teach me something. So automatically, you are no longer thrusting language on the child, but the child is actually reaching out to the language, and that is half your battle won. The primary way in which we learn language is through listening. It is not through reading, it is not through writing. And so Karadi Path uses a lot of listening as its fundamental approach to language learning. Throughout the entire Karadi Path program, you will never teach the meaning of a single word. This may sound very radical to you, but please bear in mind that your child's intelligence is so tremendous that the child will actually understand the meaning of the word. In Karadi Path, we never teach English through another language. English is taught using only English, and English is not taught in a linear way by teaching you word by word. You are just dipped into language as a whole. Each child will take bits and pieces of it, the way that the child's natural process of learning works, and then slowly the pieces of the puzzle start coming together, and one day the child will start using the language voluntarily. Karadi Path actually unfolds in 3 modules, or rather 3 channels through which language experience is created for the child. The first module is what is called Action Path, where you learn language with your body. Here language is learned by listening, seeing and doing.
Sit straight. Stand. Turn. Touch one eye. Touch both eyes. Lift your right hand up. Put your right hand down. Walk to the wall. Touch the wall. Walk to your place. Spoken commands. Do whatever I do and repeat. Touch one eye. Touch both eyes. Put the book on the desk. Put the pencil on the desk. Put the pencil on the book. Put the pencil in the book. Only action commands. Okay? Do whatever I do. But don't repeat. Pick up both pencil and eraser. Pick up the eraser with your left hand. Put the eraser on the palm of your right hand.
The second aspect or the second module of Karadi path is what is called music path. Our brain is wired in such a way that when we hear things that don't make sense to us, we automatically stop listening. When your child is listening to English for the first time, the child is sitting there, you are transacting in English, but there's no listening happening because English is going through the ear, the brain is saying nonsense and putting it in the dustbin. So music path is one of those great strategies through which you fool the brain into listening actually. We all have experiences where we say that, when you want to teach a child ABCD, you do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. This is the way that we will teach a child ABCD instead of trying to teach the child A, B, C, D. So music path is a construction of language which is embedded on top of musical structures. But the way in which this whole combination is created is very, very sophisticated.
Now we are going to sing My Name is Madhavi. Madhavi, I'm from Madhavi. Miss Madhavi. But I'm just like you. My name is Nattuva. I'm from Srinagar. But I'm just like you.
My name is Jamshidi. I'm from Panchgani. I speak Parsi, but I'm just like you. My name is Vidya. I'm from India. My name is Vidya. I'm from India. I speak Hindi, and I'm just like you. And I'm just like you. And I'm just like you. Very good.
I'm going to ask a simple question to you, okay? See, my name is Hemavati. What is your name?
My name is S. Asifa.
No, you ask the question to
What is your name?
louder.
My name is Sanjit Kumar. What is your name? My name is S. Priyadashni. What is your name? My name is Mohan Kumar. What is your name?
Louder.
My name is R. Bharat.
I am from Chenir Kupam. Where are you from?
I am from Mangadu. Where are you from? I am from Mangadu. Where are you from? I am from Kottupakam. Where are you from? I am from Kolmunivakam. My name is M.S. Devika. I speak Malayalam. What do you speak? My name is K. Kaya. I speak Tamil. What do you speak? My name is P. Rajalakshmi. I talk Tamil. I speak. What do you speak? My name is M. Jayanti. I speak Marathi. What do you speak? My name is Satya. I speak Tamil.
Story path involves a structured listening experience to language. In this process, the child listens to language both attentively as well as what we call ambient listening, which means that when we learn language from our environment, we don't learn it just by people talking to us. We also learn it even when we are not paying attention. If somebody is talking to somebody else and if it's just falling inside your ear, you may not be conscious about the fact that you are learning from it, but actually your brain is internalizing language through all of these processes. So story path is a very, very attractive listening experience for the child, even though the child may not understand the language very fully. So it is created and structured in such a way that there's prose, there's verse, there are little songs peppered through the whole thing, there's a background score, there's a very, very effective narrator, there are outstanding actors who have done the narrative and the voices. So the child can guess what is the meaning of what is happening. Through the tone of the voice, through the background score and the sound effects, the child largely has an idea of what is happening, even though the child may not understand it very precisely. So story path is a construction of language using this kind of a expressive listening experience.
We are going to learn the story. Shall we start? Okay.
Kawa is a crow and Lomri is a fox. Let's see how cunning Lomri fooled Kawa. She looked left and right and up and down too, hoping she would find some rice, a fruit or two. Lucky was she, for some roti she saw, being made by a granny on a sunny veranda. Ah, roti is my favorite, and it's almost lunchtime. I'll swoop down and get it, and eat it with some lime.
Songs in the sunflowers, ring out the red roses, Gatti-do-the-goo-moha, Mama the marigolds.
A child who learns to read early and effortlessly is always an eager and enthusiastic reader. In the Karadi Path Reading Path module, the child is introduced to reading through phonetic reading process and then moves on to become a sight reader. In the phonetic reading process, the child learns to join the sounds of letters to form words. And once the child reaches a certain point of maturity, all reading is transformed into the sight reading process through specific strategies that are embedded within the reading path module. Eventually, an effortless reader is always a sight reader.
Cat.
the methodology which is very, very intuitive. The Karade Path, Magic English, bring in an aspect of joy. Children learn when they enjoy. So an element of joy has been brought into this methodology, which is very, very important. And there's no exams, there's no test to be taken, which catches on the children very well.
One of the most important thing of Karate Path is the children enjoy the class as well as English.
The people from Karate Tales as well as the manual itself was an excellent guide for them. Learning was happening naturally. We didn't have to have any kind of a guide or any kind of a bookish way or a blackboard. In fact, we have never used the blackboard at all.
By the end of the year, the changes what I could see in my students is really great. You know, most of the students who are studying in our school are coming from a background where the parents don't speak English. Either they are the first generation learners. Karate Path has done a wonderful job for our students.
Karate Path is a completely entertaining and stress-free program. We followed this program last year in our school. Our kids are enjoying themselves a lot. We had got a good feedback from our parents.
I have observed that usage of English among the children is increased by this program. Kindergarten students also trying to speak in English only. I introduced this program in other 5 schools. They are also very happy about this program.
Karate Path is a unique and innovative program. I have observed a better communication in English after introducing Karate Path in our school. I've seen so many of my students humming the Karate Path songs during their break times, whenever they get free time.
Karate Path Magic English program is an innovative program of child's language learning capacity. They improve the listening skills and comprehension skills through this program.
Karate Path, I feel, has done an excellent job, and I'm very happy because I can see the paradigm shift in my children right from my LKG onwards.
It transforms the child from phonic reader to the sight reader and helps the child to learn the grammar, punctuation and formal structure of the English very easily and in a natural way.